Hi everyone, it's Nikki here. I'm the Labour Manager here at Family Fresh Farms, and this is episode 2. So hang on tight. So 2 weeks ago I did my first episode, which was on culture. As you all know, or those of you been following along at home, I committed to doing 24 episodes of a vlog on the 1st of January 2026. And so this is vlog number 2. So today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is training. And last time we talked about culture. And so first of all, you've got to have a great culture. You've got to recruit fabulous people, and then you've got to train. And do not look at training as a cost. It is an investment. The more you invest in your people, the better results you're going to get. So I also just want to quickly preface, today I'm in Glasshouse 2. This crop is nearly 5 weeks old. It is growing really well. And as I'm right on cue, you can hear the vent starting to open. We've got a bit of fogging happening. We've also got quite a bit of background noise with people going up and down the rows harvesting. It's Friday afternoon. We're about 75% of the harvest done. So we've got another 25% to go. So lots of beautiful cukes being harvested in here. So quite a lot of noise. You're going to hear people going up and down. We've also got a scout going along, just doing some IPM and scouting for pests and diseases. So you hear his scissor lift going up and down. So just bear with us with the background noise. It's a real working farm. We are looking after these beautiful cukes. We are picking great numbers at the moment. So for those of you in the market for fresh, crunchy cukes, you've got a lot coming your way. They are beautiful. The weather in the New South Wales at the moment is sensational. So our crop is beautifully in balance. We've done a beautiful deleafing to the grow pipe. This crop has just recently been lowered for its first time. So that's when we layer it down so that the fruit band for picking is in nice picking reach. Okay, let's get back to talking about training, my favorite topic. So when people come first to Australia and to work at Family Fresh Farms, they've been recruited by a beautiful agent called Rosalind from Lakes Consultancy. She sends them over. So some of them have never traveled out of Vanuatu. They arrive on the plane. They may have traveled a few days on a ship to get to Port Vila, and here they are in beautiful Australia. And now you can hear our harvesters. They're all excited. The boxes are full, lots of laughing and giggling, which is really lovely. So when they get to Australia, we give them a buddy system. So we try to find them, match them up with someone who's from a similar island or similar family, who speaks the same dialect as they do. That's super important. They need to be able to communicate well. And then that person meets them when they arrive at the farm, shows them to their accommodation, gives them their welcome pack, and then shows them everything about living at Family Fresh Farms. So remember, all our team live on site. We've got beautiful accommodation on site, and it's just like literally a 2-minute walk from the accommodation into the glass houses and the workplace. So this person will then accompany them, make sure that they get the uniform. Remember, our uniforms all have their names on it. Show them where the change room is, where the toilets are, where the canteen is, where they have their lunch, and how to use our clicking system. So we use the Priva FS Performance. So they've all got readers and they've got tags, and we've got all sorts of activities that need to be clicked on at certain times when you go and finish a row, when you're harvesting, when you're clipping, when you're shooting, all sorts of jobs. So this buddy is with them and sort of like introduces them so slowly, speaking their language, making them feel safe and comfortable, because that's really, it can be really super overwhelming. We have our beautiful admin team that just get on the scenes, and they help them set up tax file numbers. Then that buddy will go with them and take them down to the bank and set up a bank account and a savings account. So from the start, we're trying to set them up so that they will succeed. That's really super important, and to make sure that they know they matter. They are important, they are valued, and they're part of our team, and we're going to gather around them and protect them and make their transition into working in Australia as easy as possible. After the 2-week period where they've been with their buddy and they sort of understand how things work, then we take them up to our beautiful classroom, and they then undergo 12 units of our training. Now, the training is pretty intense. It's like the induction and introduction to Family Fresh, how to read your pay slip, how our space schedules go, what the piece rate, everything that you need to know. Then we get into more detail about personal hygiene, allergens, food safety, foreign objects. We talk about fatigue management. We talk about gambling and alcohol addiction. We talk about savings and finance. We talk about the Fair Work Ombudsman. We talk about the ETI, or Ethical Trade Initiative. We give them this huge array. Workplace safety, evacuation, what to do in emergency, about their accommodation, about fire alarms. We go into a huge amount of depth, making sure they fully understand. Now, we use really good trainers. So there's a group of us who train, and we all understand the basics of training. It's about throwing and catching a ball. We as the trainers need to throw the information or the ball into the hands of the trainees. So we need to make sure it's perfectly placed so that they can catch it. And sometimes you got to, some people like the ball thrown fast, some people like thrown high. So we need to gauge how people like the information given to them. But the trainees need to have a commitment too. They need to be alert and ready to catch the information. They need to know that this information is important. But also, one of the things that we were really, really absolutely adamant about, that all the training needs to be explained why it's important, because there's no good telling people you've got to do this, 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 and they don't know why. What's in it? Why do they have to do it? What's the consequence if they don't do it? We use a lot of training materials, so it's always in English and Bislama. People have come here to Australia to work. They need to try to catch and understand and learn as much English as they can. But we also put it in Bislama, which is the language from Vanuatu, because it's really essential that they understand every word. So it's a bit of both. It's quite a long process, and we do change trainers in the day so that they get a little bit of variation, because it can be hard going. Every time we finish a unit, so we come out for a break and we let them go outside, we go and learn something, touch, feel, and learn by doing. Our videos and our training material is photos, videos, skits, fun. It's got to be fun and engaging, otherwise people go, oh no, not training. And also every hour that they do training, they are paid. So that is great for getting engagement. You have to say, hey, this is the carrot. You've been paid to do this training. You need to be, absorbing as much as possible. But when we're talking about the little tools, we use as many tools as we can to train. So when we're training about harvesting, we had these little tools. They are a harvest tool that shows you minimum spec, that shows you maximum spec, maximum width and minimum spec. So someone can take this in their pocket and learn how to harvest easily. But that developed over time. Before we had little rulers with the markings on of short, oversized, and then we also had these, which are to show the maximum diameter of a cuke. And we started and we developed it as we went along. When we do the bucket audit, it's got to be fun. We've got a really good video for the bucket audit. It's literally a bucket, so you can get it through and they can understand it's a bucket audit. And we put ridiculous things in it, saying, well, if that lands in a punnet, it's a foreign object. If a knife lands in it, it's a foreign object. We go through all the hazards in the workplace, that if the maintenance have been working in there and they leave a screwdriver behind. So it's got to be engaging. We use a lot of videos from our surveillance cameras, which shows people having accidents in the workplace, of silly things that have happened or gone wrong, or near misses. Those are really essential learning tools, because people get to see people they know. They've got, oh, I remember, I heard about that story. We actually show gruesome injuries where people have actually cut themselves with a knife when they put their hand into the pocket where they had a knife in them. And yes, it's confronting in some ways, but then it really pushes it home that we're talking serious business about safety in the workplace. So I'm going to finish off on that, because creating a good training program, and we revisit and we update it constantly, because things change, specs with the supermarkets change, the food safety rules change. So we're constantly updating it, upgrading it. We get our harvesters, we get our deleters to demonstrate on video and speak about their fantastic techniques that they do to get really high performance. So the training is done every time someone arrives at our farm. But even for people who've been here 2, 3, 4, 5, some of our people have been here 9 seasons. Every time that they arrive on the farm, they go through our training and they do a refresher training. And then, because they might have forgotten things might have been updated. So it's really important that we constantly evolving our training to keep up with the times. The other thing is that we then check in. After every unit, we're making sure that people have learned something. It's got to be interactive and engaging. What did you learn? Why is this important? What does this mean to you? And that way they then know, okay, I have to pay attention, otherwise I'm going to be embarrassed when I've got nothing to say. We do all sorts of things to make it fun. And at the end of the day, I think our training is really good. If someone is struggling in our workplace and we've gone through the training and they're still struggling, the first thing we do is catch in with them and say, how are things going? What's happening? Maybe something is going wrong outside of work back home on the island, which is stressing them out. We talk to them first, but if everything is going good at home and they seem to be fine, then we come in with them, with their buddy, with a trainer, and we retrain. We try to give them the best techniques to actually set them up for success, because they've come a long way. We've invested in them. We don't want to just go, oh, this is all too hard. We've just got to try harder, because we definitely believe in two things. We believe in the Pygmalion principle, where you tell people they're going to be fantastic and amazing, and you just set them up that they start having some self-belief that they are going to be what you expect them to be. We also believe in the Hawthorne effect. The Hawthorne effect says that if you just give people time and attention and make them feel special and valued, they will do better and they will perform better. So I hope you've got some good lessons from today. It's a bit of a long one, and I again apologize about the background noise, but I hope you learned something. I will do some further interviews with some of our team, some of our trainers and some of our trainees, so you get a bit of a rounded idea of our training at Family Fresh Farms. For all of you watching along, thank you for staying with me, and I look forward to releasing episode 3, hopefully not 2 weeks later, but next week. So thank you, and over and out from Glasshouse 2.
Hi everyone, my name is Vanessa. I'm working for Family Fresh Farms and I'm leading the pack shed. What we're talking about today is about trainings and following the procedure from Family Fresh Farms. I'm working in the pack shed just to make sure we're following Australian rules and even Family Fresh Farms rules. I'm writing also the procedures down that everyone can read that in English. Most of the time when we're doing the training, if someone is coming new in, or even they had a longer break, or after a few months, we have to do a retraining or a refresher training just to make sure everyone is up to date. Also myself, I'm updating myself every time, even it's cleaning or some working task has to be maybe updated or upgraded. We have to make sure every position, or I have to make sure every position is working with the right rules. Making sure every position is working and following our procedures. What we have to do is here with Family Fresh Farms, because we have seasonal workers from Vanuatu, to repeat that in Bislama, that they understand everything properly. Most of them they're speaking English, so they understand everything what I'm saying, or even other trainers. I'm trying to help people with the trainings. It's not just even to follow the rules and just working for Family Fresh Farms. We want that they are using also maybe all the trainings for the island. I'm training people that they are training other people. And it's really important for me that they are working with everything what we are training for. And also, I want to make sure we are safe. So everyone has to follow what I'm saying, and even I'm going for trainings just to train other people. What we are talking also about today is trainings are really important for us, to write it down, to speak to people that they understand what we are doing. And I want to make sure that I get everyone working well with that. What I want is, first thing, everyone has to be trained for their own station. We have to figure out which person is actually good for the position. So, for example, a tipper, that they can see what is the hygiene process for the tipping line, same for the sorters, for the pallet packers, for the forklift drivers. So you will see the pack shed team is really big, and most of the time we have nearly 15 people in the pack shed every day which are working there, and I have to lead also all the people in the pack shed that they are following the procedures. every time when we doing, for example, a cleaning, we have always a meeting. It's really important for me to have a meeting just to tell them also what they have to do, also what I want to do. And I think it's really important that a trainer like me has also a knowledge about that. It's just not fair if you're talking about cleaning and you've never done it also. So just for you guys, make sure you're a trainer and you're training people and show them how to do it. Not just only talk about it, just show them how to do it. Most of the time, people asking also questions, which is good. Then I know they understand, or they're trying to understand what they have to do. It's also really important for me to upgrade myself, just to see if people need more training, or even I need maybe more training, just to see maybe that person didn't get it that much, maybe they need more training, or they need another way for a training. Everything what I'm doing on a training, I'm writing down, because then we can go back and follow the past, what we have done before. Maybe we have to do it better, or maybe we can follow that for the next years. Yeah, that's it from my side. You will see maybe a few times me on the channel again, and have a nice day.
Hello everyone, my name is Nathalie and I am from Vanuatu. I facilitate one of the induction trainings here at Family Fresh Farms. So we have 12 trainings altogether, and I facilitate the finance and savings training. So this training was created by myself. I was given the project to create some slides to help support my friends and colleagues on how to save money and how to spend money. So as we come here at Family Fresh Farms, we always are given the question, what are your goals? So this training is to help our friends how to save money after their deductions. We give them, we help support them with ideas on saving their money. So we have a good payroll team that advises and supports us to create savings bank accounts, so that we, when they process our wages, our savings can go, cash that we choose or we want to save each week goes to our savings account. And we have a key, we have a motto or note saying that consistency is key. So as we save bits by bits, we have we can grow something, or we can achieve our goals when we go home. So we have a team that just recently went home, and they are the ones that we first did the training with them, and they have achieved lots of, they have good savings when they go, so they are happy, and they happy with their money. And this cash that they'll bring home, this cash is after paying the school fees, after paying their loan repayments and everything. So this training is very important here at Family Fresh Farms, as it empowers us and supports us to have the knowledge and wisdom and how to save our money as we come to work here in Australia. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Wesley Graham. I'm the assistant growers at Family Fresh Farm. Also, I'm one of the main trainers at the Family Fresh Farm. The main thing that we always do for training is to help our workers to understand our works like inside the glass houses or in the backseat, or at different areas inside the farm. Also, most of our training is in English, so most of our workers here, some of our workers, they did not get to understand English, so we explain to them our mother tongue language back at home, which is Bislama, so they came to understand more about what we need to do inside the glass houses. When the new team came to the farm, we always put them out to the field first. The reason why we put them out inside the field, especially in the glass houses, just for them to gain some understandings before they came to training. And then when they came to training, they already have a little bit of knowledge of what is a little taste of what they taste inside the glass house before. I think the training is good for all of us in the farm, because it helps us a lot to broaden our knowledge to some areas where we did not understand. But when most of us came to training, we came to realize that training helped us a lot to push us more into level where we did not expect us to be. Like for me, when we first came in here, I didn't understand anything about this, and this is what we have to do, like step by steps. Training is our first steps here for us to understand how work it's like inside the farm. I think that's all. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone. I've just watched the videos from the episode 1, looking at my video, looking at the video from Nathalie, Wesley and Vanessa. And I think one of the points that we probably failed to get across was the importance of training is not only really important for the business so that people follow the procedure, the policies and the way we do things, but it's really important that when we coach, we mentor, we train, that we're giving people life skills so that they can transfer those skills and those experiences and that knowledge to their life and to make them a better version of themselves, but also to take those skills that they've learned here in Australia back to their families, their communities, and to their country. And when they start businesses, when they work for somebody, or when they are doing their daily life there, that they can actually integrate their skills and experience and their brilliance into their own country. And I think that's super important. So I just wanted to reiterate, so like when we're doing training people on how to clean in the pack house, it's really important that they understand that there's a reason why we clean from the top down. So there's no point in cleaning a surface and getting it spotlessly clean and then cleaning the light above it and all the dust falls down onto the surface below. That makes no sense. It's not efficient and it's not the right way to do it. So when they then clean at a hotel, they understand the top-down principle. It's the same with Wesley when he's talking about, we do the training in English and Bislama. It's really important that we need to make sure that they understand the information being thrown at them, but they're also starting to get familiar with English. The more you hear the words, the more you hear that, it's repeated, the more you pick up words, the more you understand. And that will help when you're back on the islands and you've got guests or clients, or you're working for someone who's speaking English. At least you have a better understanding than you had before your experience of coming to Family Fresh Farms. So it's really important that everything that we do and we train here, that it will help. So it's not only while they're working in Australia that they learn to save and how to spend their money wisely and making budgets about what they need to spend on school fees, what they need to spend on entertainment, what they can spend on things that they would like to, clothing, school utensils or kitchen utensils, and then they know how much of their wages they should be putting towards savings. And those savings will be going towards big goals: buying land, buying a taxi, setting up a business, buying a fishing boat. That big lot of savings actually materializes into things that can make them more money. So I hope I've explained that a little bit better, and I hope that you consider and come along with us in the journey when we talk about more things that we do at Family Fresh Farms that I think creates the magic in our team and creates a great culture. It creates a culture of continuous improvement, always learning, always striving to do better. I think that is the key of what we're trying to get across. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you get some value out of what you are spending your time watching. Thanks, and over and out from my little QA office here in the Pack Shed.